First on BBC One, the news with Jenny Bond. It's 11 o'clock.
The Independent Television Commission has announced the winners of the new commercial television licences. Of the 16 franchise holders, 4 have failed to win new licences. They are Thames, TVAM, TVS and TSW. They've been replaced by Carlton Television, Sunrise TV, Meridian TV and West Country Television.
As it turned out, after 5 agonising months for ITV, the industry rumours were correct. There are spectacular casualties.
2 applicants, Carlton and Thames, passed the programme quality threshold. The higher of the 2 cash bids was from Carlton Television, and they're awarded the licence. Their cash bid was £43.170 million.
Well, we're appalled. We think that in large part it's due to a vindictive piece of legislation passed by this government following the excellent Thames television programme Death on the Rock. And up to 1,000 staff could now lose their jobs as a consequence.
And the mornings on ITV will change. TVAM goes, outbid by Sunrise Television, backed by London Weekend, amongst others.
It's business as usual through to the 31st of December 1992, when we will continue to serve faithfully and honestly and provide the best breakfast service to the 17 million viewers that watch us every day. I think they'll be as devastated as we are.
In many areas, the northwest for instance, the current contractors stay. Granada retain their licence on the basis of quality, even though their competition bid much higher.
The Health Secretary, William Waldegrave, will be giving details today of the second wave of hospitals to opt out of health authority control. This morning he's seeing a delegation from the BMA who want to slow down the NHS changes.
Later today, another 110 hospitals will hear from the Health Secretary whether they will become trusts. About 90 are expected to get the go-ahead. In 18 of those, the doctors have voted against, but the managers pursued the application anyway, as they have at Bath's Royal United. Managers prefer trust status as it allows them to set local pay rates and control doctors' contracts directly, which is partly why the BMA opposes them. Trusts were designed as the engine that would force the pace of a real market, with real money changing hands from the outset. After today, they may control 1/3 of the total NHS budget.
The Commonwealth Conference has opened in the Zimbabwean capital, Harare. Mr. Major has told the opening session that one-party dictatorships have no place in the Commonwealth. He said the tidal wave of human rights and democracy sweeping the world couldn't be ignored. Judge Clarence Thomas has been appointed to the United States Supreme Court despite allegations of sexual harassment made against him by a former colleague. Judge Thomas was confirmed in the position by a Senate vote of 52 to 48. That's it. More news at midday.
Let's bring you up to date now with the news in the south of England. Good morning. TVS, the independent television company for the south, has lost its franchise. The company chairman, Rudolph Agnew, said, "We're surprised and bitterly disappointed." He said TVS are now considering the possibility of requesting a judicial review of the decision. The TVS bid was not far short of £60 million a year, and the Independent Television Commission, which awards the franchises, decided the bid was too high to be sustainable. The franchise has been won by Meridian Broadcasting. They're due to take over in 14 months' time. Meanwhile, 6 applications have been received to run an independent radio station in Salisbury. The station will serve a population of 55,000 people in South Wiltshire. Hospitals in Dorset are expected to be amongst those named today in the second phase of health units opting for self-governing status. William Waldegrave, the Health Secretary, is likely to make an announcement later. If the applications have been successful, it'll mean that all health services in Dorset will be administered by trusts from next April. 8 soldiers have been injured in a crash between 2 armoured personnel carriers. It happened in Fog on Salisbury Plain. The vehicles were taking part in an exercise between Chitton and Shrewton. 1 soldier has been detained in hospital. That's it from us for the moment. More just after midday. We'll have some weather now. European picture from Ian McCaskill.
So it's time for a daily look around Europe. The satellite sequence, I think, tells you just where you should be going for sunshine. It's the Eastern Med, I'm afraid. Elsewhere, bands of cloud and rain moving eastwards, one moving southwards over Britain at the moment, plenty of showers coming into the northwest of Britain. That's the way the computer handles it in the next 24 hours. bands of rain pushing down across Europe. Those thunderstorms over southern Europe moving slowly eastwards as well. Very showery conditions and windy conditions too in many northwestern areas. And a deep low north of Scotland will pull some very cold air down over the whole of Western Europe in the next few days. In fact, watch Scandinavia become thoroughly wintry by the end of the weekend. By Monday, showers starting to snow even in northern parts of Britain as well. Tomorrow, a very windy, showery picture over Britain with very little in the way of sunshine between the showers, and bands of rain moving eastwards across Europe and down into southern parts of Europe as well. Ahead of that, 1 or 2 thunderstorms stretching from the Balkans over southern Italy, Tunisia and North Africa there. In between those bands of rain and showers, there will be some bright weather, some pleasant sunshine. The best of the sunshine, again, in central and eastern parts of the Mediterranean. And that's the only place that's going to be pleasantly warm, 25 to 30 Celsius there. For most of northern and western Europe, though, only 11 to 13 degrees Celsius, and pretty windy in many places too. For the weekend, the showers turning wintry over northern hills in Britain. A very showery outlook, but staying fine in many eastern parts of Europe as we go towards the weekend. The Canaries, mainly dry there too over the next few days. Broken cloud at times, cooler than it has been, but some sunshine too. And that's it for me.